Yo, this is Tone Kapone, and you're getting lifted to the sounds of my DJ Spaceship. Go ahead and beam him up, boy. Let's get him.
Greetings and salutations from us to all the nations. We're about to get loose, strictly for entertainment. We're rapping Tampa Bay, 10 toes down. This waves of the bay. No, we ain't playing around. Tuesday nights from 8 to 10. Make sure you ride the wave. This Tone Kapone and DJ Spaceship on your airwaves. We're mixing interviews, R&B and hip hop. We're blasting off, and the top is just a pit stop.
Waves of the Bay. Make sure you guys follow us all social media, Waves of the Bay. Send your music over Waves of the Bay Radio at gmail.com. And pretty much, I mean, we about to just, we got the homie in the building, Melvin Duncan, man. What's good with you, sir?
Nothing much, man. Hanging in there. Love what y'all doing here, Waves of the Bay.
Man, I'm glad we have you up in here, man. I'm glad you brought some of your material at the same time, and everybody's getting an idea just the type of work that you got going on, man. I was telling these cats, like, I've known you for a long time, believe it or not, man. Like,
yes, sir.
It's crazy, like, when you look back at the years, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Like, before white hairs.
Yeah, right.
And before kids and all that shit, man.
Word up.
And just seeing, like, where you started off at and where you're at right now is just, like, night and day, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that magazine in these cats' hands right now is just, like, you don't get no more official than that, like for real. So just tell us about the trip, man.
Heck, man. Shoot, where can I start, man? I'm a type of person, man. I just like to be open and, you know, just being able to be free and create. You know, I'm a creative, so, you know, I'm always doing many different things. I wear many different hats, and I try to keep myself busy as much as possible. And, you know, just to try to raise my son, myself, and, you know, just to be, you know, and to have clear mindset and be able to just create, man. You know what I'm saying? I went from, you know, DJing with Spaceship and, you know, him coming along, tagging along, and going into photography, and then from photography going into videos, and, you know, just all over, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long journey, and it's still going, you know. Just being able to, you know, create an impact to help others as well, too. So
True. The thing I like about it, man, is like they say pictures speak 1,000 words, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like the shots you got, the editing. Like, I'm not a photographer by any means, but I know that there's more than just me taking a picture real quick, and
Absolutely,
throwing a filter on and being out, man.
Absolutely.
How did you pick all like the editing part up?
It was funny because, I mean, just like an artist, you have to practice at your craft, you know what I'm saying? And being a photographer, you got to learn angles, and you have to learn depth, and you have to learn, you know, how to, you know, be able to capture the image in the way that you actually, you know, vision it. You have to capture it in a picture, you know, in frame. So being able to capture that first and foremost was one of my biggest challenges, because when I first picked up the camera, I was like, okay, boom, I just go out there. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes, man, you know, and, you know, picking up the camera, people think it's easy. Okay, well, boom, you can just get this shot to make the light look this way, and it look like this, and then when you actually do it, you're like, whoa, it don't look like this, you know. So to be able to practice and to be able to capture those shots, you know, it took a lot of fails. You know what I mean? A lot of people getting angry. A lot of people saying, you know, I hate you, I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? But you know, now it's like, oh, you know, people want to book me. You know what I'm saying? But it took time, but I didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? And I go back to what Chill was talking about with the mental health thing. I mean, that's important too, especially as a creative.
Yes.
You know, we think that the little things don't affect us, but it do. You know, when you are an artist and you're putting your heart out into something, and if people don't like it, you know, that affects you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That it takes from you. You know, so you have to have the strength enough to understand, you know what, it's okay. I can move on. I can, you know, create something else, or I can build on that. Those blocks that you get, you know, you get to build on top of that to perfect it. You know, just like a TV screen, you know, like pixels in a LED screen. The way that the reason why the LED is so sharp is because they have blocks upon blocks upon blocks building it. You know, if you go look back at the old tube TV, you know, you try to put something that you put on there on the tube TV, that's going to be all
or you watch something that ain't
Etch-a-Sketch,
HD no more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You feel me? So we have to, chip away at those blocks and put more blocks on top of it to kind of smooth things out, and that's where I, in my life, in my journey as a photographer and being a graphic artist and in itself, I took what I learned along my journey and applied it to photography. Applied it to my videos. Applied it to everything. Now I'm doing real estate. Now I'm doing a whole bunch of different things, creating movies, small mini movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm moving up, man. I'm trying to be the next Tyler Perry. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
It is.
Whoa. You try the next
Until that dress come out.
Hey,
then
Hey, it is what it is.
we
man.
still love
Hey,
you.
my
though,
dear. You're gonna be the second Ving Rhames. Holiday.
But I'm actually going to reach out to him soon too. So I'm trying to get there, man. And that's the thing. It's like sky's the limit. I see what you guys took, a couple months back or a year back or whatever, and you guys made this to what it is today. And you're getting the 30 episodes, man. Next thing you know, it's going to be 300 episodes.
Yeah.
Hopefully
By then we'll be syndicated, not working for nobody but ourselves.
Man, you're going to get your own building, bro.
Throwing
What you
shade.
talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna continue to throw shade.
Come on.
Told you.
On the Flow Ohio Network.
That's already what I said.
Yeah.
I'm telling
We
you.
gonna
man,
buy
that's
this
what it
building
is. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
just turn it into the next iHeart
Absolutely.
/XM radio.
Absolutely. Because the thing about it is people want to hear it real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like live TV. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you don't watch cable no more, bro. That's why you're trying to
Not many
find people.
people, yeah.
They can't find it.
Not many people got
Not
regular
people watch
TV.
cable no more, man. Everybody's on YouTube. YouTube is it. That's live TV is
Instagram.
what it is. Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's it. So this is the next wave, and y'all just making waves. Literally, you're going with it. You're going with the flow. You know what I mean?
Shout out to
And
Tone
that's
with
what
the
I wanna
name,
do, man. Yeah, for real.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah, man.
real.
And you guys are just taking it, man, and just keep pushing it. And then that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to raise the bar, especially with my magazine and the things that I do. I always raise the bar to myself. I have no other competition in there for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I look at what other people do, but that's just looking at seeing what they do. But for me, I always try to outdo what I did the last time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I brought magazines. I always look at these every day. I'm like, okay, well, what the next issue going to
I'd
be?
look at them every day too. I look front, back, page 6. This ain't New York Post, but page 6.
Yeah, for sure. And I try to push the bar on the next issue. The next issue gonna be fire too, man. But I just try to get myself out there. You know what I mean? Like right in the next one, I'm gonna do a couple of interviews. I have some real fire people in there, coming up. So
We'll talk
it's
about
just taking
it real quick,
to
man.
another
Hold it up
dimension.
for the people to see it and talk about
Yes,
how
sir.
long it's been around for.
Fox Magazine, man. I've had Fox Magazine for about 3 years.
Okay.
But it was very low key. I was going in between. I didn't understand exactly what I wanted to do. I had an idea of where I wanted to take it. You know what I'm saying? And shout outs to Dana Cole. She's my inspiration out of Norway.
Get a little bit over here, my camera time. Let me see.
You know
There
what I'm saying? And she has a magazine out called Cole Magazine. And I kind of took that inspiration and went with it too. I talked to her, and it's like, look, I want to actually do something similar here because there's nobody that actually does that. Because everyone is either doing, hey, nothing wrong with them doing the booty magazines or whatever. That's cool. But I wanted to do something where everybody had an opportunity to get a chance to get into it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of models, a lot of inspiration, even males too. I got my man up in here, and he basically is, wanted to model too. And I was like, look, I'll put you in the magazine. I put him in there, and he was like, whoa, dang, I ain't know I looked that good.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's that Photoshop.
Yeah.
Nigga Tone got abs and shit.
But I'm just giving everybody a chance. You know what I'm saying, to actually do something, because people look at it like, okay, well, I want to get in the Vogue magazine or I want to get in GQ, and they can't do that because they're specific in who they choose.
Right.
While we out here, just you got local artists that want to actually get their stuff in there. I give everybody a chance to get that. So they're like the local artists of the magazine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the thing about it is, this is worldwide. It's not just based in Tampa. I have people in Turkey actually ordering my magazines. So it's all over. It's vast. You know what I mean? So I'm just not stopping, man. I'm just going pushing the bar. Like I said, in competition for myself and trying to get where I need to go, bro.
I got a question for you now. This is DJ Spaceship.
Spaceship.
We go way
Uh-oh.
back, man.
Uh-oh.
Like this is an interview that can literally go
Y'all don't even know.
man.
a long, long while, like stories for days. But I want to take it back to the trenches with you. You know what I'm saying? You represent Trinidad. That's where you from, Trinidad and
Yeah,
Tobago.
Trinity
I
to the bone.
I pick at your flag, and you get on me about that. I say it's the scuba flag, and you talk noise about that. When you first left Trinidad and you came to the United States, what was your dream like? What did you have envisioned that you would be doing at this point?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't have a vision. I was 12. You know what I'm saying? All I want to do was get out of the slums, get out of the poverty that we was in. You know, because Trinidad is and just like most island countries that are, not well to do. You know what I'm saying? They're very, it's very poor. However, I know within the last couple of years we've been coming up. You know, now it has more tourism. People going for carnival, and everybody and their mama. I'm gonna go to carnival next year to Trinidad. You know, but to actually being a kid growing up in the '80s and growing up in the '90s and stuff is really difficult. You know, so when my mom and my dad decided to move over here, all I want to do is get out here, experience America. You know, that was just it. I got here, I was like, yes, I'm a U.S. citizen now. Which I wasn't, but yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen,
claiming it.
You know what I'm saying? And 25 years later, but yeah, and when I got here, it was real different. It was very different. It was difficult because where I was seeing stuff on television that I could relate to on television, it was not. It was not here. Yeah. We got my sister and we got jumped by 250 kids, bro. The entire school jumped us all the way home. You know what I'm saying? And you can shake my head about it now, but but my thing, it put things in perspective for us to realize who we were and who we needed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we just have to make a better choices in the sense of, okay, well, do we kind of hang out with the bad group so we don't get beat up, or do we do something different?
Right.
And one of the things that I did was kind of learn how to be a chameleon.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I could be hanging out with the dudes, but on the back end, I'm studying. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be like them, you know what I'm saying, growing up and have no type of dream or vision.
Right.
And what I actually wanted to do coming out here was be a DJ.
Gotcha.
I'll be honest with you. I really want to be a DJ. When I seen what was the inspiration I had being a DJ? Juice.
Okay.
That was my inspiration.
DJ GQ.
I actually seen that movie, and me being a DJ now, that didn't give me inspiration to want to be a DJ.
Yeah.
It didn't hit me to want to be like, it didn't hit me to like really want to take DJing to the next level until I started studying people like the Jazzy Jeffs, Scratch, Qbert, Jam Master J, of course, people like that. So now you've come to America, you got inspiration from seeing Juice to want to be a DJ. Tell me about, as a DJ, what's your favorite music to spin?
Man,
like, what's your love when it comes to music? Because you Caribbean, you Caribbean boy. So
no, my favorite music, people don't really like down here, and
they like it. It's just the scene is not as big here as it is in Jersey up north.
They like it, but you know what? It's a different genre.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like you heard it. It's house music. House music is different. It's not like house down here or techno house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a soul house, like a deep house.
Have you been to any good like house?
Not down here.
Shows down here?
Not down here.
I can actually connect you to a couple people, man. Like,
that'll be what's up. I'll jump on the tent.
We'll shout out, and you probably know DJ Brian B.
No.
Okay, and DJ Grand Groove.
Okay,
and DJ Reality.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they all run together.
Because I know you on a different level. I first let me set it up for y'all. So
tell the story, man.
I'm working at Alltel, and me as a kid growing up, I always had an interest in DJs. Never really sat and talked to an actual DJ. And here comes this guy with the New York hat on. He got his little demeanor about himself. But he was cool people, and he was like, yo, introduce myself. I think, was I a lead at the time?
You were a lead at the time.
I was a lead, so I was management. I was, got a little status.
Yeah.
And he was like, my name is, Melvin, DJ Not One. I'm like, oh shit, you're a DJ. He was like, yeah. I was like, I want to come to one of your parties. So coincidentally, we ended up staying in the complexes back to back to each other. Didn't even know it until then. He does a party. I got drunk. Found my way home.
Consistent.
Not really. Found my way home, and I told him the next time I seen him at work, which is like a couple of days later, I want to learn that because I noticed how when he did what he did, how the party went, how the crowd reacted. You see what I'm saying? And he had been doing that for a while, so he said, if you want it, come to the crib and practice. So.
So he's the one you were talking about.
This is the guy. This is the guy that started me off as a DJ. I would say he's 75% of it.
Yeah.
The other quarter of it is up in Jersey named Doc. Shout out to Doc. I used to go to his house, and between him and Doc, it was like boot camp.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to just play the music, and
Training
it was like,
day,
no.
That's what that shit was.
You gotta play the music. You gotta feel the beat in your chest.
And that's it. I mean, when Spaceship came on, I was kind of bowed. When Spaceship came in, Spaceship was wet behind the ears, sour at the mouth.
I
But,
didn't know nothing.
He came in there and he was just like amazed. And I was like, look, the only way you're gonna learn is jumping on it. You're gonna train wreck, but you gotta learn.
Yep.
That was my biggest.
That was it, man. And he got on there. He was like, man, I don't know. He got on there, and he just fell over the beat after beat, just lapping over.
I couldn't get it.
You know what I'm saying?
It was horrible.
And it was horrible. But then
horrible.
after a while, I could see his liking for it. I mean, he got me. I think you had got me on that music joint that came in the emails. Remember when you got free music? In
Oh
the
yeah. That's right.
Yeah, we used to get like free
Digiwax.
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 We used to get Digiwax, and then he got me on that.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy. This man just came out the woodworks literally and just was like every day he was knocking on the door like, yo, ready? Let's do it. I'm like, bro, I'm sleeping. And I was like, hey, just go ahead and do what you gotta do, dog.
I think my breaking point came when you was in Jacksonville, and you was in Jacksonville, and I had just bought my equipment.
Oh, yes.
And I wanted to know how to set it up, and you wasn't around, and I couldn't get to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was my breaking point. I was like, all right, I got to do this. I got to do this myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And around that time is when you kind of transition into doing the photography and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that you did some work with Alex Torado.
Yeah. Alex Torado
That's the homie, man.
Yeah, that's my homie, man.
Between the two of y'all, man, like,
let me tell you something about Alex. Alex is like Alex is like the me to Spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, shout out to Alex Torado, man. ATP photography. But you know what I'm saying? Alex Torado was the coach to me. You know what I'm saying? He'd tell me today, like, yo, you got this, man. This is you, man. This is I'll tell you, that man right there, he had taught me a lot, and shout outs to him, like I said, mad humble. And I've always, wanted to shoot like him. I remember going over his crib one day and he was editing. I was like, man, how you do that? And I'm just there like, dang, I gotta get that. And I couldn't get it. I
had
just
that same gleam in your eye.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. And I just wanted to that desire to get better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? And I just, he just told me one day, he was like, look, you can't follow what I do. You got to create your own style.
Right.
And from that point, I was like, okay, well, let me start creating my own style. So I started thinking just like the music. Right. Let me create my own style. So that's what I did. I shot with people, and I did just the unorthodox of style of shooting, period, and the unorthodox style of editing, and I may say, okay, well, they have a lot of brand new photographers out now, and they got all these different equipment that they use and all the software that they use, but my style is still a style that I can be presented like, boom, this is a Vogue style, of shooting. Right. And I just basically want to keep it that way, and I've think that as I continue, it'll actually grow and grow and grow to where I need it to be. But however, answering your question, I said, Alex has been an amazing inspiration to me, and he's just been like helping me throughout a lot of differences, and helping me understand photography and understand lighting. Gotcha. So
now, for me, like it's like when you get to the certain point. Like one thing that I did learn from you, one of the many things that you taught me was we used to go to do gigs and see other DJs doing their thing, and I'd be like, damn, he got this equipment, he got that, and you used to always instill in me, they can have all of that, but that don't mean they know how to use it.
Right.
You got to take what you got and sound better than them. Yep. And over time, I bought the equipment that I have, some of I've got rid of, and I noticed to hear my sound pop. Mm-hmm. What equipment was it that you bought as a photographer that you looked at your work and was like, damn, okay, now I see my stuff pop?
That's a very good question. It actually wasn't. Well, it's two-part, because even though I had mid-level equipment and I was still a pro photographer, people didn't even understand, me. The work that I did came from a mediocre camera,
right?
Because they was like, "Yo, what you shooting with, a 5D?"
Right.
Now, in camera photographer world, a 5D is like a Bentley. So, you know what I'm saying? And then what I had was more like a, give or take, an Infinity, a Lexus, you know what I'm saying?
Got that act right.
Yeah. So, I actually had to get some prime lenses. And prime lenses is basically all glass. So the entire lens, you ever feel a real professional camera, it's really heavy. Well, most of the heaviness comes from the lens because you have tons of glass in that lens.
Right.
So getting a prime lens, understanding actually the lens itself and getting a prime lens helped boost my photography, my pictures. Now, when I crossed over and I got the Bentley, now it's like, it's skyrocketing from there. You know, it's like, every other shot is like on point.
It's like the basketball rim just got real big.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, you
can't miss at that point.
You can't miss. So, I mean, like I said, they have all these other expensive cameras and stuff out there. Sony being one of the best top of the line mirrorless cameras, and you have Hasselblad, which is like $14,000-$15,000, and then there's Phase One, which is $34,000, for a camera. I mean, there's so many different things you could do with it. However, the little mini camera that I got, can do everything that they do. It's just a matter of you being the artist and you putting what you have in your mind out on paper.
Right. So. Now, looking through your magazine, you have like so many different concepts, so many different styles, and just me, knowing personally that you actually created some of those concepts. What would you say was the most difficult concept that you had to come up with for a shoot?
Every concept, dude, I'm not going to lie. Every concept is difficult.
Okay.
But what makes it better is just like you guys, what you guys have here, plan. You got to plan it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you go up to a shoot and you don't have any type of vision, not only that you look stupid, but it shows your lack of professionalism.
Gotcha.
And you got to prepare. And that's what I do with every shoot. I always ask the models, like, okay, well, what style you want to shoot? What type of style you think like you want to shoot? Because I give them a whole genre of shooting. I go from, artistic nudes to, full fashion clothes.
Right.
And I'll give them a whole example. I say, okay, well, out of these 10 pictures, which one of these pictures actually would see yourself actually shooting?
Right.
Some of them may pick the artistic, some of them may pick the fashion. But it just depends on, I say, okay, well, you as an individual, this is where I see you shooting. And taking them as the mannequin and putting clothes on them and styling or positioning them in different position or poses, that's where your creativity comes into play. And then you can go further by bending light. People don't understand that. Okay, well, you just have a flash, you just have light here. Each light determines how your image is going to pop up. Like you see me right now, for example, if you see me, all you seeing is this. You see my eyes, I'm black as hell.
This is true. This is true.
You see the little curve, in my face.
Right.
Now you're looking at it a different perspective now, right? Because you see the light differently.
Right.
The same way you position the light when you shoot. You want to get a certain angle, you want to get a certain light or look in each basically shot, so you position the light a certain way.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Gotcha. So. Now, I'm pretty sure, you have a lot of beautiful models in there. I know you don't have some divas, like some straight bridezilla type situations.
I want to know this too.
Now, you don't have to say no names.
Yeah.
But as best you can, tell me of a bridezilla diva type scenario that you had without saying the person's name.
You can say their name.
I pretty much, it's crazy because every question that you ask me that's negative, I've always got a positive to it. But
you have to.
The thing about it is for real. But I've had some situations where people basically kind of we come on the set and they have attitudes. Number one, if you are a model and me being the artist or the photographer and you got an attitude, I'm gonna wait until you've calmed down.
Right.
I've learned over the years not to get pissed off. Remember when we was at the that venue out in on Anderson before they shut down?
Green Gators?
Green Gators?
No,
right behind Green Gators.
Wild Wing.
Wild Wing, was it Wild Wing?
Or the little wing place or
Yeah,
whatever?
It was right. It was Green
the
Gators.
conference
right
center is
behind-
whatever.
You got Green Gators, you got Coochie, and then there was a spot right behind
Right
Coochie.
behind that,
It's a conference center.
Okay.
Yeah, they do all kinds of little stuff.
Yeah.
There.
We was at that spot, and remember, I was getting pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
And you told me, "Yo, you guys got to run with it." You were sitting right back there.
You gotta
told
go
me,
with the kicks and punches, man.
Because I was playing. I didn't like the fact that they didn't like my style of music. So,
Okay.
remember that, right?
Yeah.
And then he was like, "No, man, you got to play the South Biz. You got to play." I was like, "Nah, man." I was like, "Man,
He didn't want to hear that. He didn't want to hear
I
that.
didn't want to hear that, right?" but he taught me something valuable lesson. I took that with me on every single aspect of my shoots and all that, which is, sometimes you just got to calm down. Just be quiet and listen. And that's what I did. I started listening to people, of their body movement, what they say, how they do.
Right.
And I started applying that to each and every aspect. So when somebody got irate with me, instead of me giving irate back and giving attitude, I'll stay quiet. And then they'll be like, oh, what's wrong with him? Then now I'll speak my mind. Okay, well, now that I got your attention, can you do this? Da, 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 da. So, I had a period where this individual was very upset. She was, angry because I was pissed off because it was supposed to be only her, and next thing you know, it turned out to be
Entourage.
8 people on. Yeah, exactly.
For one shoot?
For one shoot.
For one price?
For one price. And it's
struggle is real.
It's
That's
like
that okie doke.
yeah, exactly. The okie doke.
Do I need this gas money? You know what I'm saying?
So I didn't say much. Because they were playing around, whatever, and it was on my time. You had an hour session. Now it turned out to be an hour and a half, 2 hours. But I was just upset. But I stayed quiet. I got her back in focus, and I finished the shoot. When I finished the shoot, I was like, "Yep, we're done," and that's it. No, no giving no hey high five or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go.
See you when I see you.
That's it. But I'm like I said, I'm a type of person where if you throw something at me, I'm gonna throw it back. But I'm gonna throw it back with some oomph.
Oh, y'all heard that? You gonna throw it back? You throw it at me, throw it back.
That's a possible. That's a possible comment.
I know I wasn't the only person that was thinking that shit, man. You
were the only person
If y'all just now tuning in, man, this is Waves of Debate, episode 30. We're up here talking with Melvin Duncan, man, photographer extraordinaire, just jack of all trades, man. Just we hearing stories, man.
Well, I got one. This something that people don't know, might not know about you, but you're very big into cars.
Yeah.
Very big car enthusiast. As a matter of fact, when I first met you, you had the Lexus SC 300. Mm-hmm. I promise you, this car was like a Lamborghini. It was a Bugatti before a Bugatti. Like, he had it hooked up and everything to the point that I thought we was gonna fly off the road sometime. But he always had the wheel, rain and whatever. He always had the wheel.
Jersey boys in the building, baby.
When is the next time?
New Jersey Drive.
Okay. When the next time can you see? When is the next time when you will be doing a shoot with cars? Because I seen you recently just go to the unveiling of the Ferrari.
Yes, the F8. What the heck was that?
That was a badass car.
Turborino, or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that car is amazing, bro. That car is amazing. When the next time you see me with a car, it vagues, man, because I shoot.
Well, as far as shooting cars.
Yeah.
I've done the car shows with you. We did the one in Old Town.
Fast 5? Was it the Fast 5 or the Fast 8, I think it was.
Matter of fact,
7.
that is the background screensaver I have on this laptop.
Back when he had hair, waves, and all that shit, man.
That one right there, man.
I think that was the last one we did.
That was page 2.
No beard.
Entertainment. Yeah, man. I came out on that one, too.
Yeah, man.
Right after he was like, yo, listen, we going to battle. And we literally battled that night. We did battle. And that dude came up to me and was like, yo, you saw
we went at it that day.
We went toe for toe.
Yeah,
we went toe for toe. I was like, look at that, the teacher and the student.
I can't remember who won that one. I think you got me.
No, I got you.
Yeah, you got me.
I got you.
You
was like this. You said,
yeah, I gave up on that one, man. Yeah, man. Got me.
But I still got it, man. I still got it. But as far as shooting cars, man, it varies because right now I work with shout out to Redline Design out in Tampa, and they basically have Justin and his crew. They basically get cars every so often. They do body wraps and stuff like that for the cars. So they get high end cars, and he will basically ask me to shoot it. And the last one I did was a green Lambo, a green what was that? What's a small Lambo?
The Hurricane.
Hurricane, yeah. Excuse me. So I had that with model Casey Walsh. Casey Walsh, shout out to Casey Walsh. She's one of the top models in Tampa that does all the car shows, like all the cars and stuff like that. She's been like #1 go-getter.
Okay.
So I had a chance to shoot with her and that car, and I'm in the process of editing. Don't kill me, Justin. I'm in the process of editing that, so you'll see some of that work out in the next couple of days, possibly tonight.
If I may interrupt.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Speaking about cars and models, how do you feel about models that want to do shoots like that, but they actually don't want to be in car magazines? They don't want to actually promote cars, but because they know that looks good.
Then I will charge them and let them be on their way.
In general, would you think that would be a good aspect or perspective or angle that they should approach that, or would you guide them in a different direction?
I would always guide them. I would always guide them because everyone that comes to me, I always have an opportunity to learn. So I don't ever take anyone and say, okay, well, boom, we shoot and that's it. You leave me with something.
So you would say, okay, what is the purpose? Where is your goal with this shoot?
Always ask. Because I have to know, too, as a creative, how it's going to look. So I ask you, are you going to promote it? Are you using it for a magazine? Are you doing it for portfolio work? Because if it's not, then what's the purpose of me shooting? Am I going to put my all? I mean, I put my all into it every single time, but my thing is, am I going to take my time to actually create? Because now that's, going up on the hour, and now I'm actually being in my profession and doing it instead of just coming out and do a random shoot.
So would you also suggest something else? And once they tell you their goal, or I'm trying to do it for this, would you aim towards that? And
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, everyone that
with
comes
a new
to
idea?
Me, everyone that comes to me always comes to me with one idea. Let's shoot this. In this particular thing, I'll say, okay, fine. We'll shoot your idea. Well, how about trying this, or how about trying putting this on?
I like that, yeah.
Because it puts you in another element and say, okay, fine. Well, yeah, wow, I didn't see myself in this before.
Right.
Because their mindset is always one direction. I only want to do this and that's it. But when they see that they can do other possibilities, it opens up a whole avenue for them.
As someone that's done modeling, right. I think that's very valuable in a photographer. It doesn't just shoot and hold his camera and do his thing.
Right,
you got to help me do my thing so that your thing can show off better. And I really appreciate that in a photographer.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to see your perspective on that.
Absolutely. I mean, I like models that knows how to get stuff done because it makes my job easier. However, if you don't, it's not a stickler for me. A lot of photographers will be like, okay, well, I can't deal with it, or I can't, I'm not going to put the effort into teaching you how to pose and teaching. There's a lot of photographers out there that that do that.
Or just shoot ideas,
right? But my thing is, it's not even that. Just the ideas is more so you being a representation of me. Because when you actually go out there and you actually put those pictures up, whether you tag, whether you tag me or not, somebody's going to ask who shot those pictures. And when that happens, you're going to say, I just took it by a random photographer. No, you're going to actually, one way or the other, your picture's going to pop up.
You're representing.
Exactly. So my thing is that, I'm going to give you my 200%, and I expect you to come 200% as well.
Amen.
So,
how do you find the models you actually work with?
That ranges because, like I was telling a young lady here, I was telling her that I can meet them in Walmart, I can meet them in 7-Eleven. If I feel that your face matches idea or a vision that I have, I'm going to ask. I'll give you my card.
How you approach them?
It's funny,
right? Because you already know. You already
How do you approach them?
Do you follow them in the grocery store?
Nah. It's
looking from around the bread and the
right. You go
chips.
through the aisle and looking through the bread.
I know you see my left eye. Look over the right side of that
you
box,
would be a
Mom.
great model.
Most of the time when I do meet them in public, I do have like a female counterpart with me. And they will basically ask the question. If not, then I always have my card on deck.
Gotcha.
And if I have my card on deck, like before, I'm not gonna lie, I was really scared to ask people. Now it's like, look, this is my job. I have to get clients, whether you say or no. If I ask 10 people, just like we did in sales,
that's true.
Yeah, ask 10 people, one person gonna say yes.
All I need is one.
All I need is one. So that's what I do. I go out, I hand my cards out, say, hey, I'm a photographer. You know what I'm saying? I do really good, work. If you want to look at my profile, you look at my website. You can see that information, see what I have on there. And I believe that, you could be one of my models. Or I can actually shoot you. Or have you ever thought about modeling? That's one of my biggest questions.
Right.
I asked them, have you ever thought about modeling before? Like I met this lady and her daughter. Her daughter is very, very pretty. And her daughter was doing something. Now, mind you, I think she was there taking a selfie or something like that. And I said, hey, I can help you with that. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm a photographer. I gave her my car. I was like, your daughter's very pretty. Have you ever considered her being in a model? And she was like, I have. But then I realized, I said, hey, give me a buzz. We'll set up a little meeting or whatever, and we can go over different ideas that we can pitch. I could probably get her into like Disney or whatever the case may be. So, throwing that pitch out there, I mean, I may not be able to get into Disney. It's all a matter of her doing, the legwork herself.
Right.
However, but she has the portfolio or the product to show, hey, this is what I do, this is what I did, blah, 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 to get in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, one of my proudest moments, I actually shared it with you, and that was the night that we was at the venue. Sasha, by the way, was the name I was trying to find.
Yes.
They had the 90s party at the venue in St. Pete. It's
right.
no longer there. And that's when Jazzy
Hotel
Jeff.
now.
Yeah. That is right.
Is it?
And Jazzy Jeff and DJ DJ Jazzy Jeff and Mad Skills was there, and I actually got to meet Jazzy Jeff with the person that started me out as DJing, and that was one of my proudest moments as a DJ. What would you say was one of your proudest moments as a photographer?
Wow, good question.
Good question.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I got
He be getting them.
I got
He be getting them.
I got to see that hand go like this right here.
Yeah.
He be getting them.
Next
gotta
up
go back
on
and
Naked Band Construction, DJ Spaceship with the questions.
Right. Wow, man. I have not really got a chance to shoot. There was a lot of photographers that actually did shoot with celebrities. I have not gotten that chance as of yet, but I know it's soon to come. However, my biggest moment, thank you, I believe was, the Ferrari event.
Okay.
The Ferrari event. I mean, ain't nobody else had a chance to do that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So
That's true.
I mean, I was on the unveiling of a car that, I mean, we hardly anybody ever got a chance to get in there because it's on the list. You have to be on the list. If you're not on the list to get in, you're not getting in. So having the opportunity to do that to me was one of my proudest moments.
Now, something that everybody else in here don't know about you, but I do. You yourself also used to be a model as well.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us a little about that and why did you stop?
Oh, man. Shoot. I was like 300 pounds less than I'm at right now.
Dark as fuck.
Oh, hell yeah.
He was trying to get. It's
Little frail, dark ass.
I got pictures. There's pictures in the archive. I'm gonna keep them.
Keep them there, right there.
He was getting his model on and everything, man.
Green suit.
Yeah, I had
yeah, man. It was some scary moments, man. It was some scary moments. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was scary. All right, so check this out. So
oh shit.
I got on being a model. I'm not gonna lie. I always wanted to model before. I never had a chance to, and I got on being a model through this one lady I used to work at a hospital in New Jersey, and one lady was like, "Hey, I got a venue." She was just trying to sell tickets.
Right.
Big ups to Alex Torado, just jumped in. What's up, man? But yeah, she just wanted to sell tickets. And I was like, man, I got a chance to go to a show. Right. So I wanted to see what it is. I didn't know I was actually going to be in the show. Right. So instead of me selling the tickets, I just put $20 in the envelope and gave it to her. Right. So
That's gangster.
Yeah. So I paid $20 to get into the show. So when I got in, the dude was like, "Hey, I want you to wear this outfit, and I want you to wear this outfit." And I'm like, "What am I wearing this outfit for?" He's like, "You one of the models." I was like, okay.
So you were deboed into being a model.
I got deboed.
Did it fit?
Yeah,
wow.
it fit.
All right, that's the first question.
Was that the green photo?
That was the green.
Oh
yes,
man,
yes it was.
If I can get 5 likes, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do it like that.
He up there looking like Little Flip.
I'm not gonna say.
I'm gonna search for that, bro.
No. It's
You better not.
the power. You better not.
Google.
So-
hey Siri.
Everybody phone, huh? Who said that?
Yeah, man.
Now, another thing that people might not know about you in here is that you also dabbled in poetry as well.
Yeah, I did.
Do you still write? And what's your most intimate piece?
Wow.
DJ Spaceship, you're hired.
I
Send a check
can
to
write
me.
if I have to.
Okay,
But I don't. I haven't written in a long time.
gotcha.
I wrote a couple pieces. Some of them are still on Black Planet.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
slash and bash and
As a
days.
matter of fact, one of the if it's still around, I think it still is. BP Poets was started by me, and it's actually the top. What do they call it? I guess chat room
Group.
Yeah, the group top group that Black Planet has right now.
Oh,
with
shit.
over 1 million and something members.
Wow.
And it was started by me the same time you started DJing.
You know what?
The same time you started DJing.
I think I remember that because that was around the time when you cooked something. I called it Roots.
Yes,
That's when I think Doc was before Doc daughter came down. That was
Yeah.
before then.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I started it, and I had 2 friends that helped me push it, and one out in Vegas and one out here, and it became one of the top groups. Now the reason why I stopped, I did a show out here right before, way before Smoking Words came out, but I did a show out here in what's the name of that? Oh my gosh, the Peppermint Lounge. It was a Peppermint Lounge back in the day.
That sounds like some throwback shit.
Yes, I'm from Tampa. I'm like, and I forgot the dude with the dreads. He was a poet too, but he did a show, and I went out there and I shut it down, and people were like in awe. And I wrote a piece that was literally about life, in itself. Life. The dude's name was Life. The poet.
Okay,
the guy name was
Big Life.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, and he had it or whatever, and I wrote the. As a matter of fact, I wrote on the fly.
Okay.
And literally it was about, your life and how we live and how we walk and who do we serve, and it's God. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, they didn't even clap, they didn't even snap, they just was like, no.
They didn't know what to do.
They didn't know what to do.
Sure.
And I think that was one of the moments that I said to myself, I was like, I dropped the mic and walked away. Because I was like, people got it now.
Right.
People got it, and I said, moving on to the next.
So is it safe to say you feel, because I know a lot of things about you that you have so many gifts and so many talents, and I've experienced and seen those. Is it safe to say that once you start a gift or a talent that God's given you and you feel you've accomplished or got to where you want to be, you just, if you see one person pick up what you need them to pick up, you okay? Absolutely,
I agree. I move on, and I didn't realize it until you just said it. That's something that I've done. I've always killed myself, worrying like why I have not perfected any of the talents that I've done.
Gotcha.
But it was not for me to perfect. It was always for me to teach.
Gotcha.
And once I taught it, it's time for me to move on.
Well, from the student to the teacher, I want to extend something out to you, and I know it was Paul's. Hit the button. We do 88.5 every first and fifth Saturday, and I want to know if you still got it. So that being said, don't say it with your mouth. I'm calling you out because
studio.
I'm calling you out because we both, when I started DJing, had the goal to make it to the radio, to make it to doing radio and spin live on air. So I'm calling you out, and I want to just let you know, will you come on and spin live?
I will.
On the 88.5.
Are we extending blessings on Waves of the Bay?
I'm just saying.
I'll do it because I remember I did ask you.
Okay.
I asked you, and I wouldn't give up that for nothing. But once I do it, I'm dropping the mic and passing on.
That's cool. That's cool. But I'm gonna let you know now. Bring your A game because I'm gonna definitely. I gotta bring mines that day because I can't let you outdo me again.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way.
I'm gonna be judging.
I ain't got.
And I'm gonna be talking shit.
Equipment. So
don't worry about the equipment. It's already there.
And we good.
We techniques are there.
Okay.
We got CD. We got the DDJ.
Okay.
You good?
All right. Okay.
So is this November or what? What day we locking this in?
I might have to come in for this one.
You can. Cone's taking notes.
I'm traveling next month.
I'm writing this shit down.
I'm traveling next month. So
when do you leave out of town?
It got to be December.
When do you leave out of town? Your birthday month?
December 1st.
Yeah, either December or January. I can't do it next month.
So that's cool.
Next month.
And to make it even better, it's in your lane.
Yeah.
Hip hop. We just got to keep it clean.
I mean, I keep it clean.
Okay,
right?
so
judge this shit.
Y'all see it right here.
I'm gonna judge this shit. We're gonna put some money up on this shit.
The teacher and the student.
Tickets to this shit.
We're
gonna get some t-shirts.
It's gonna be UFC out this piece, man.
We're gonna make a magazine about this shit.
I'm in a position. I have a position, and I have a platform that I have access to. And like I said, when I first started DJing, we both had dreams of getting into the radio, and I've got there. And I would love to see you come and just
shut it down.
Turn the knock one if it's for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Show everybody what knock one do.
Word up. I did shout out to Balaji and her Goddess Talk.
Okay.
Goddess Talk Radio a couple weeks ago. And
I think that's the one I went back and re-listened to.
Yeah, how you like that?
I actually decided to listen to the entire thing. Usually when I listen to podcasts, replays especially, I got certain cue points and spots I listen to.
Okay.
But with that one, what I liked about it, you guys touched up on a lot of different things. She talked about she actually enlightened me to why Nigeria has such a why they have British accents. I didn't know that, but Britain colonized them. You guys touched up on a lot of different topics that I felt needed to be talked about. You talked about Trinidad a little bit.
Yeah.
You talked about submit.
Yeah, submit.
That was the definition.
A big topic. Yeah, that
right.
Was a
so
huge
I was listening when I heard submit, and that was around the time my baby Fantasia talked about it. I was like, oh my God, I got to see where y'all was going. Yeah. But she has some interesting takes and points from a female's perspective, as you did from a male perspective. So that really made me sit back and listen to that live feed.
And being on that feed allowed me to kind of realize, again, where I wanted to take myself again, moving into transition to a different phase.
Right.
You know, as far as radio.
Right.
You know, like I said, today everybody's with YouTube. You know, live stuff is everywhere.
Right.
So being able to do that, I was like, hey, maybe I could, you know, see myself doing this.
Okay.
So by you telling me to do this is just what God's plan is, man.
It is,
I'm
man.
not going to, you know,
That's
I'm not
just
going to stop
scripted,
it.
dog.
Right.
That's what's so funny about it, man.
I'm gonna give y'all one more thing about this guy that y'all
Come on
don't
with
know.
it. Come on with it.
He's also an awesome cook too.
Oh, gosh.
He's also an awesome cook.
That nigga too big not to be a good cook.
Well, it's just berries and juices. But he's also an awesome cook. You're the first person to actually turn me on to a roti.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I can't put them.
Bro, I love roti.
Yeah, a good. He can tell you a good roti.
Roti and bust up shut.
Yeah.
Where in Trinidad are you from?
Arima. Well, Arima Naruka.
Okay.
I like when you talk with your accent.
Uh-oh.
That's what
Where
the
the napkins at? Where the napkins at? Hold on.
I think that's that chair.
There you go, sis. There
I
you
think
go.
that's that chair, Ship.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I loved it
And
when
they
I was
put
out there.
You made it so it's not squeaky anymore.
Well, you talk. Oh my God. Oh my God. You probably gonna put some on there.
So she lubricated it? Is that what you saying?
Pull up to the. Hey, I'm not sitting in that chair talking about. I like your accent. I like your accent.
I like different foods, man. That's one thing about me. I'm very, you know, rounded in the culinary field. Because I like trying different things. I'm not set to just doing one type of food. You know, I like experimenting in everything. I may take curry chicken and throw some honey in it. You know, or I'm gonna take curry chicken and put some peanut butter in it.
I stole that from you. You did that one time, and I stole that idea. Let me see if I can do this shit.
And I just like experimenting, and that came from again being in the hood, man. You know,
You got to use what you
gotta
got.
use what you got. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I had all island food in my house.
true.
So I had, you know, like I'll do some ketchup with some, you know, chicken and mix it up and make it stew. And there it is, stew chicken.
That's just hood right there. Hood broke.
You know what I'm saying? So it just depends, man. I just love. I had no problems, had no complaints. And every person I was on a date with, and I cooked for them, you know, they loved it. You know, so it's just a matter of, you know, my kid even loved my food. My mom, my sister, everybody loved me cooking. So yeah, she was.
Did you think he's still up?
Huh? He's sleeping now.
Oh, okay.
He's sleeping now. Normally he'll wait up for me, but he's sleeping now.
He's like, I'll catch him next time.
Yeah, but he's getting older too, man.
Yes, I need to see
your
him,
daughter.
man.
What,
Man,
bro,
listen.
man, I'm still trying to look for what's her name?
Damaris?
Damaris.
Nah,
I'm like
you just-
little Damaris like this, not
No.
Damaris like this.
You was there when Damaris. I think when me and you first connected,
Man.
Damaris was about
She was 5.
Nah.
No, she was.
She was
3.
about 3.
She was 3.
She wasn't even
15
talking
right now.
No, slow down, Tones. You're not 15.
Oh, my God.
She's 13.
Oh my
You
God.
adding on too much now. Don't
He
you?
just
Look
taller
at
than
me.
you, bro,
Grandpa
so-
getting the gray. He
You see what I'm saying?
Inside his nose.
Yeah, man. Got to watch out for the shake. You know what I'm saying?
Shake.
Yeah. She's not taller than me yet, but she's getting there.
Yeah.
She's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my inspiration, man, comes from everything and every place, man, everywhere. I know you didn't ask that question, but I'm gonna tell you anyway.
No, I
But it comes from everywhere, bro.
I'm gonna let you know right now where this come from.
I got one answer left in me.
All right.
I'm gonna do this shit right now.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am motivated.
I got an answer.
So yeah, man. I mean, shout out to Crystal Baby, man, comedian, and he does a great job with videos also and photography. And he kind of helped me along the way too, understanding certain points that I need to understand. So, you know, different aspects. Like I said, I learn from everybody, man. It's not just, you know, me picking up something and just learn. I just sit and watch. I watch a lot. So
Did you shoot that video that he had, the Southwest commercial?
the one in the
When
park.
he was like, oh, I see you guys have been busy, and he thought the girl was pregnant. She's like, I'm not pregnant.
Yes. I shot that video.
Quick one on that. When I seen that, it made me go back to a personal experience I had. The reason why I would never ask a woman if she's pregnant. I don't care if I watch her water break. I would never. Bruh.
All it takes is one.
I heard her feelings, and I felt so bad about
You
that.
did that?
Oh,
Come on.
and my
man.
friend, I'm glad he was on here earlier. I hope he don't listen to this again. He was there, and I asked this chick if she was pregnant, and her feelings was hurt, bro.
Wow, I bet it was.
And he was crying, laughing.
Wow.
But I would never ask a woman if she's pregnant. I don't care if she's 20 months pregnant.
Wow.
Never would do it.
Yeah, man.
Maybe she just got a tumor or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't. I would never ask that question.
I mean, I like all sorts of photography. Videography has been my pet peeve lately. doing a lot of videos, not necessarily music videos, but more so like commercial and live action videos. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'm trying to be the Tyler Perry man, trying to create movies and short movies too.
I was just gonna ask
you know
that.
what I'm saying? You know, so things that will actually capture your attention and then run with it. You know what I'm saying? So right off the bat. So I'm just trying to get to the point, like I said, where I'm able to, perfect that, and then go from that point on.
Well, you decide to kick off these short movies or commercials, I'm down.
I got a movie that I already wrote the whole 9 and everything.
Okay,
I just ain't.
let's do it. Let's do it.
It's one of the short joints, but it's pretty funny.
Hire some people. Let's do it.
It's all based on actually everybody.
Hold up. Don't give them too much.
I'm not.
You know,
but everybody that
we've
is
learned.
associated with the brand is going to be in the movie.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna have hair in this series, and it's gonna go away as time goes.
You can get that Donald Trump toupee
Yeah, right.
and shit, man.
You already got it.
I'm just gonna cut the shit off and give it to you, bro.
Oh
I'm
damn,
Bro, they got
in game, bro. In game. I'm gonna go back to the waves and be like, here it
Little
is.
patches.
I'm gonna literally have waves.
Spaceship cream.
Pause.
Better watch out for the shape.
Lace front for men.
Lace side. Put mine on the side like a hat.
Get them Nas waves and shit.
Oh my God.
I used to have those, man. Used to have those a long time ago, Tyler. But I'm cool with the ball. You know, I'm comfortable
Hey, you
with
know
it.
I've been rocking my ball. For
Yeah,
years, man.
but yours is not by choice.
Yeah, I know.
Mine's is by force.
Me with you.
Fuck you, Mel. Damn, man. It's definitely good to have you up here, but I'm gonna hold you to 88.5.
Right,
And he can tell you that's
December or January?
I want to say December.
December 1st.
Okay.
I'm there.
There you go.
Okay.
You should do December so you can hand off the mic, like you said, drop the mic.
Oh, that's what he said. He
Into
gonna
the
do
next
that.
year.
He gonna do that, and that's also your birth month as well.
Yeah, 17th.
Yeah.
You're going to go out on top.
Serious. Yes, sir.
Whoa. Whoa.
What is wrong with you, bro?
Whoa.
What's wrong with your
He
mind?
said, "Go out on top." Oh my goodness! Hit the button.
I said drop the mic.
Oh man, it's too much.
Yeah, man, that's cool. December.
Y'all
1st.
stupid, man.
Listen, y'all don't understand
man.
the
You
clowning.
understand.
See, this the thing about it. There's actually one of the clowns missing. He's in Dallas, and that's Kev. We used to go to the casino out there. Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh, we had a ball. Man.
If you got thin skin, do not. You're gonna be ready to fight.
you be sitting in the car.
Oh my god!
Oh, bro.
Every time, man.
Bro, we had went to the casino one time. And remember them chicks that look like under the.
I quit. I fucking quit.
Yo, they look like straight roadkill, bro. It was
Damn.
crazy.
He not lying.
And Kevin had dared me to go talk to that girl.
You talking about old boy?
Yes.
Yes.
M-I-Z?
Yo, he dared me to go talk to that chick, man. And I did. We did. I ended up hitting it off too.
Even Joey Jam, the
I
DJ
ain't
used to
gonna
get in on clowning with the
Yes,
shit. Joey
yes.
Jam, and the thing, he had the mic, so everybody
Yes.
gonna hear him.
Yeah.
He gonna.
We
just-
went up there, and the first thing is that every time we go there, every weekend, we go straight to the mic.
You got to.
And Joey was like, "Hey!" So when we got there, they already know who he was. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
trio.
there they go.
We was straight clowns, man.
Yeah,
it was
man.
crazy. It was crazy.
Good times, man.
Road.
Watch
I
out
need
for
to see
the
some
shape.
videos of this shit, man.
Listen.
Kill, bro.
This shit was epic.
I think I still got it on that.
Keep it on low. Keep it on
on
low.
that Alltel phone.
No, don't do that. the flip phone you had,
Ain't no
Oh,
telling
yeah.
what's on these old ass
Listen.
phones, bro. Like,
bruh,
destroy all that shit.
bruh. Thank God it was no. There was iPhone back then. I think it was the first
Nah,
iPhone.
it wasn't an iPhone back
It
then.
wasn't?
No,
It
it
had-
wasn't.
It was a
They
BlackBerry.
had
Was the first one with the touchscreen.
This nigga had a
No,
palm.
no, it was not.
He had the
It
palm
was not.
phone.
It was the
Yeah.
iPhone 3,
HTC.
the 3GS.
It-
It was the 3G. T-Mobile was the only one that had the iPhone back then.
Yeah, but I mean that came out in 2009. 2007 was
shit.
the HTC. You had it.
Oh,
you had
What's
the
the
Sky
keyboard?
the pocket piece, not pocket PC, but the I know what you're talking
6800.
about.
the
Y'all
pocket,
niggas don't
HTC
know.
pocket.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, man, that thing was platinum on
Bunch
the
of cell
outside.
phone
Yeah.
niggas and shit.
Yeah, man, real deal.
Yeah. Well, you know, my uncle actually started the touch screen, man.
No,
He did. My uncle created the Lenny pen back in the day, and Steve Jobs and what's his name actually stole the idea and
Damn.
put it on today's stuff.
Well, I want to whoop somebody's ass because all that butt dialing ain't cool. You must not dial the wrong motherfucker. You ain't got screen lock.
Yeah,
you
man.
in trouble.
It was back then. They had in the '80s. They had the little pen that goes to the little green screen, and you can move it.
Right.
And he started the idea. Him and the team, because what they did back then was they got a bunch of college students, and they tell them, "Hey, we're gonna lock you in this basically hotel. It wasn't locking in, but they'll be in a hotel. They pay them like $3,000, and they'll say just create, and they'll write code. And he created this program with 4 team members, and they got the pen out, and literally they took the idea and went with it. IBM
so they
came out with it.
They probably didn't even think that something like that would be as big as it is today.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it happens like that, man. You gotta protect your neck.
They lurking, boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for real.
It's been good, man. It's been a long journey, bro.
Yeah.
I want you to tell like all the models out there that want to get down and get in the magazine and get a shot. Like, how can they contact you?
Absolutely. Being in the magazine, you guys can actually contact me on either Instagram, which is Melvin Duncan Photos, or Fox Magazine, FOXEMAG. And if you guys want to, take a shot at it, or even work with me to get any type of exposure, etc., you can definitely do so. If you're starting your modeling career, if you just want to get portfolio work done, if you just want to get images done, you could just holler at me, let me know. You can also check out my website, which is melvinduncan.photos, so www.melvinduncan.photos, and check out my work and see if we can get me a contact information and we can work.
Now I want you to give advice to one of these up-and-coming photographers, man. Just give them a tidbit of info. Just give them some wisdom.
It's crazy, man. But, what can I say? If you're starting and if you're actually, trying to learn, get under somebody that basically has some type of tenure. Somebody that kind of understands the game, understands how, lighting and stuff work. Even if you don't go to school for it, you don't just pick up a camera and go, because a lot of people just pick up a camera and go and think they're the photographers. But there's a lot you have to go to just, understanding, not just shooting, but having a personal life too. I say that to say because, you may get some of the most irate people and you have to learn how to handle them, and if you don't know how to handle it, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. And that goes for any aspect of any business. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, with photography, you're being seen and your work is being seen. And just maybe that one shot that somebody's seeing your work and they're going to want to shoot with you, whether it be a celebrity or not. Because that's what most of the photographers that become celebrity photographers happen, because they see their work. Shout out to Mr. Guerrero out in Miami. He just basically did the same thing, too. Shot one of them, the artists. They work with him now. He big-time photographer now, you know what I'm saying? But he's been big all the time, but still, that gave him a shot.
Now he's seen.
Yeah, he's being seen.
Kimmy! What up, Kim?
Yeah, so it's just a matter of basically, like I said, just understanding, being humble. Humility is the biggest thing. Being able to be humble. Don't think you're a big shot and nothing like that. Even if I am, I've been in this game for 10 years now. No,
a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
Since 2010. So about 9 years. So 9 years. But I've been in this game for about 9 years, and well, if you consider the modeling included, so it's about 20 years. So, and that's the biggest thing for me that comes with my experience is that I've kind of played the part on both ends. I've been a photographer and I've been a model, so I understand how to give and how to. And Greg, don't go with them thoughts.
I'm learning, man.
I'm understand how to give and I understand how to receive. So,
see, he beat me too.
So you know what I'm saying? It's a matter of basically again having the understanding of where to be humble in your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing I would give to these up and coming photographers. Is just be humble. Sit down.
Oh, I think that's it, man.
That's it, man. I mean, we got Melvin Duncan,
Yes,
a.k.a. Page 2 Entertainment from the beginning.
Knock one.
Skinning and grinning. Knock one.
DJ.
Knock
Make sure
two,
y'all
but
follow
one.
Melvin Duncan, man. The magazine, the couple magazines I'm looking at right now, I can't even really look too hard at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna take a look and then go home. Is what I'm about to do. For real, but nah, man, it's amazing work though, man. Like
It definitely is.
Yeah,
and like I said,
I try to keep it like I said in 2 platforms. One being closed, and the other one's like uncovered.
Why
That's
that
it's called
magazine
Covered
sticking
and,
to that magazine? magazine.
It's not.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
My bad. Maybe it was in my head. I'm sorry.
But one is covered, one is uncovered, and the uncovered is like my art magazine. So I have everything from every type of art aspect in there. The other one is more fashion, and for men and women could be in both. So.
Oh, I do have another question, man. Yeah. Is there like a model, like a major model out here in Tampa Bay that you want to work with that you have not yet worked with?
Wow, that's a very good question, bro.
Let's put the heat on somebody, man.
Oh wow. Well, I've actually worked with one that I already want to work with. I mean, there's somebody to actually. And no disrespect to the models out there. I'm not trying to say,
We ain't worried about the rest of you motherfuckers.
No disrespect to them, but this one model that I always wanted to work with, I've got the opportunity to work with her twice before, and we're going to work with again. Her name is Angie Huntley. I mean, she is an amazing model. I mean, she knows her work, man. You know what I'm saying? And she's been in and out. I don't know if she hit Vogue or not, but she's one of them top models, like an American top model. That's how big she is. So I consider her a celebrity model. That's how big she is. She's been in ads and Bells and Macy's and all these other different things that she's been with in commercial work, print work, everything like that. So if you are to be on her level,
you gotta be doing something right.
You gotta be doing something right. And I would love to shoot with you. I would love to shoot with you. And that probably would be a promo shoot, to be honest with you, because I don't have to tell that woman nothing.
Right.
She already know. When she get in there, she got an outfit, she got a makeup, she bring her own makeup artist. I don't have to go looking for no makeup artist. She got her outfits ready. She knows what look she wants. She hits me up and tells me, "Hey, I want to do this on this day. Let's do it."
She comes to work.
And that's what I like. And that's what I expect from every model. But however, I mean, you don't have that. But the people that are striving to be that, I say, study to show yourself approved, like the Bible said. But you got to study. You got to study in order to understand what your craft is, to be best in your craft. And that's one thing about her. She's best in her craft, Ferrari actually will hire her. She's been on HSN a couple of times. It's just a matter of you going to work. When you go to, it's not about playing around, getting to your phone. You go in there, you got 2 hours, make the best out of it.
Right.
And that's how I live. When I go and I shoot, I make the best out of the time that I have too.
Same in the studio too, man.
Word up.
You know what you're going to do before you even get in there.
That's right.
You'll be wasting time with it. So
don't waste no time because again, time is money.
Right.
And you got other things to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel you, man. I want to say something to you, Tone. I think we met with
Melissa.
Q.
I think it was Melissa way
Melissa
back
first?
when. I think it was Melissa way back when.
Okay, Melissa, and then when we had to shoot with Q, that's when I shot with you guys. But I've seen your growth, bro. I've seen your growth. I've seen you come up, and I've seen you went down, and now it's like you literally are skyrocketing.
Man, thank you, bro.
Literally skyrocketing, and I'm seeing you doing a lot of great things, bro. Keep it up.
I feel the same about everybody in this room right now, man. Like honestly, because I've known y'all for years, you know what I'm saying?
Time.
And both of y'all, like in the time I've known y'all, have easily evolved.
Yeah.
Ryder Rez over here, she's always getting better every time she comes in here. Her blogs are on point.
Yeah,
Jill, I've seen you, the last 6 months now, here and there, and I've been watching what you've been doing, and you doing it at a high level too. Surge, dog, ain't no other internet radio stations out here doing anything close to what you're doing. We've been nominated for Best of the Bay. We had 16 nominations for Best of the Bay as an internet radio station. So I feel the same about everybody in this room, man. It's a bunch of energy, good energy in this room.
If I at all, I lay it out on the line. If I at all can actually help push you guys in any direction, I'll be happy to do so.
Okay.
Whether y'all need some graphics done, whatever, you know what I'm saying, push it out there. My whole thing is, I try to develop great work to help companies grow. And that's my motto of my Tenacious Studios. Because I have about 3 companies. But, and just like
a true Caribbean man, 75 job.
Man,
you only have one.
Look here. What's his name? What's the name of that the billionaire? Give me one of them names.
Warren Buffett?
Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett has over 99 companies, and all of them make over $1 million. All of them make over $1 million.
Warren Buffett,
so
a.k.a. the
why
Omaha
can't
Oracle.
we?
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It don't have to be just one. People just think, I'm going to just get my business. No, bro. You have multiple sources of income. I'll give you a little tidbit right now. I got 3 companies, which is the magazine, my photography, and Tenacious Studios. And I have another company online that's doing, internet marketing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's billing money while I sleep. You know what I'm saying? And I have another company that I'll start growing again. So it's a matter of basically understanding what you have and put those sources into work. You know what I'm saying? And if you know how to operate computers, it's the best thing ever. Computers right now is dominating. You can get money from every aspect without stealing, without doing anything illegal. You know, there's multiple sources of income, bro. Gotcha. And it's easy to get it. It's so freaking easy. So when people say they ain't got no job, I'm like, bro, come work with me for a second. Work with me for a day. I can guarantee I'll make you some money. Because I have a platform that is literally going to be flawless. For anybody, yourself, Spaceship, you, anybody can make money. Because it's just a matter of, you know, going online and doing it.
Executing.
You've seen all these young millionaires driving Hurricanes and all this big mansion stuff, and they're young, 15, you know, 20-something. That's what they do online. I've asked every single aspect, every single one of them for help. Nobody helped me. You know what I had to go do? Go and do the research myself.
Facts.
How often does that happen? How often does that happen, though?
Yeah.
I posted up in all these millionaire groups. All of those people got high-end cars, and all of them got money. I asked them for help. Nobody. All I heard was tweet, tweet, tweet. Nobody said nothing.
Everybody saw it. Ain't nobody say
nobody
shit.
say nothing.
There's nothing that you can offer them.
Nothing I can offer them.
In their eyes.
Exactly. But the minute they see something like a hot model, or something like hey,
hey, brother,
how you get
these
touch
tickets?
that model?
Have you ever thought about modeling?
Exactly. And it's the truth. It's the truth. It's sad, man, because if you ask for help, and whether you black or white or whatever, if you ask for help and you have nothing to offer them, they feel like you're outcast.
You're below them.
Yeah, you're below them. Exactly. But the minute you got something that they want, man, they ready to get on you.
Yep.
They're ready to get on you. And it's crazy, man. Yeah. It's crazy. But like I said, I'm doing it where I'm going to be able to start teaching. My sister already started, and she had this class coming up. Big ups to my sister Kim. But she got a class coming up that's teaching people how to basically go from, you know, living low income into making the max that you have. And she has a class coming up this weekend. But my thing is that these are the aspects that people need. The Bay needs. People, they're hunger for it. Ain't nobody want to work in no McDonald's and stuff like that no more. They want to be, they see social media, they want to get a part of it.
Unless you want to make doubles for the low.
You know what I'm saying? But that's, I mean, you got to take aspect. Instagram is one of the biggest platforms for money right now. Facebook was, and it still is, but you got to learn how to work it. But Instagram and the web, bro, is the biggest platform for income right now. You just have to learn how to manage it. And that's why I'm here to teach. But, you know, we're going to talk about that another time.
There you go.
I'm going to let y'all go to bed on that one.
So that's a whole nother job right there. That's a whole nother company right there.
That's my 15 job right there, man. You've only got 2.
Remember Living Color with that?
I've got 12 jobs.
Take that to the next level, bro. Take that to the next level. But it's been real, man. I love you guys, man. I appreciate y'all having me on the show.
Man, what an amazing show. 30 episodes, bro.
Love, peace, and happiness.
30 episodes. This is the Terrell Day. This is the
Steph Curry episode.
You want to call it the Curry?
Team
Yeah,
light
I'm
skin.
cool with the Curry.
Team light skin. You know, you can represent.
The Curry man is here for Curry episode 30.
30.
But yeah, man, Waves of the Bay, Tuesday nights from 8 to 10 Eastern, 8 to 10-ish. Somewhere in there.
I'm 8-ish.
About 8:08, 8:13-ish, till 10-ish.
I got to apologize. I was kind of long-winded.
You
Nah.
good.
No, that's the best part. Is we do what we
You
want.
should have been here last week.
Just like my daddy. Pastor.
Almost
It was like quarter till midnight.
Yeah, we almost put in 3 hours last
Church
time.
was over. And
Yeah.
you still talking?
Everybody's
Dang, I don't want to go
phones
to church
is
no
dead,
more.
tablets
I'm
and
hungry,
died,
shaking.
GoPro done
What's
died.
wrong with him? Doing the Harlem Shake? No, he's hungry.
Yeah, but I like that aspect, you know, being able to just, we can cut out when we want,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
And we don't
That's
have
the
to
good
worry
thing
about
about
trying
it.
to rush anything.
That's right.
We just have a good time.
Because it's your show, your building.
Absolutely.
It's your building.
That's what I told him last week because he was like, how much time? I was like, bro, we got 2.5 hours left because I could do 5 hours straight
Nice.
before it cuts me off. So we can go forever.
That's it, man. That's it.
I love the
got some
vibe.
ideas- I got some ideas got to throw at you, too, bro.
Yeah, holla at me.
Oh, there you
Holla
go.
at me.
We connecting dots over here.
Because, like I said, I'm serious about that movie thing. I really want to.
okay,
I
cool.
really want to get involved.
Most def.
I want all y'all to give social media information one more again.
What up? Melvin Duncan Photos at Instagram or melvinduncan.photos. Fox Magazine Instagram and Tenacious Studios at Instagram.